When it comes to you, Les, and you want to drive up in London, you think everything would be reasonably cut and dry, wouldn't you? With regard to what vehicle they consider compliant. For example, I've got a 2015 Ford Tourneo minibus, 2.2 litre, not compliant. If I bought one that was probably 6 months newer, I would have gotten away with it and I would have been fine. What about people with compliant vehicles? They're okay usually, but every now and again, you get a bit of a misnomer where somebody has to prove something they already know. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me once again. Good to see you. I appreciate the support as always. Well, yes, compliance is a bit of a weird thing. We know the basic rules when we look on the TfL website. You've got to be, I think it's Euro 6 for diesel and I think Euro 4 for petrol, if I remember correctly. I've quoted it so many times it can get a bit hazy, but around those lines. Can you imagine if you have a vehicle and you think, oh, yes, I'm compliant, no problem at all, and then all of a sudden you find out you're not? Yes, there was this chap in Beersted who wanted to drive up to Heathrow, and obviously with the zone being expanded, Heathrow is now included in the ultra-low emission zone. Who knew, all those jets flying around, huh? Well, this guy had a Volkswagen car, 2017, which he assumed was ULEZ compliant because it's Euro 6. And if you have a look at this news article here, he challenged, TfL over its compliancy because apparently there was a problem. A motorist had to prove his car was compliant with the ULEZ regulations, and he rightly questions why so many people have been wrongly charged. He's not the only one, is he? Well-publicised facts that I'm bringing to you at the moment. Edward Paul planning to travel from Beersted to Heathrow, and that's now subject to the ULEZ. You can see him with his car there. And he thought he would double check to make sure he definitely was compliant. And even though he assumed he was surprised to see on the ULEZ website that it says he was non-compliant and therefore had to pay the charge. It said on the TfL website cars need to meet a minimum emission standard, but that's not strictly true. If you drill down on the TfL website, they have a basic standard, Euro 5, Euro 6, but if you drill down all the way, it does go deeper than that. Have a read of the article. Let me know what you think in the comments. And have you had an experience with this yourself? It'd be interesting to hear your points of view, definitely. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you for the support. I'll see you tomorrow with more stuff. Toodaloo.